Hey, what's up? This is Spiderprime1, and again, I'm not here with a Transformers video review. This is something that's been just troubling me recently. Well, not really troubling me, but I've wanted to do this. I've seen a bunch of other people do this. I've read about this kind of stuff. It's just ranting. Just talking about something or an issue that has come to my attention through things that I have seen. I'll probably be doing this like off and on, but the first thing that I want to talk about, and this is just a talking video. If you wanted to see a Transformer review, me transforming something, don't watch this video. Just wait for a few. I don't know when I'm going to do another Transformers video review, but hopefully soon. This is just me talking about something, just things. But anyways. The first thing I want to talk to you about is this guy. The movie Megatron. Now, this is not about the toy. I'm just using him as a reference, so you know who I'm talking about, and not just staring at a pile of boxes. The first thing that troubles me about this guy, in both of the movies, why would the Decepticons want to follow this incarnation of Megatron if in both movies they have had to find a way to resurrect him? This is my meaning of that. In the first movie, in the first Transformers, you do not see Megatron except for like flashbacks and stuff like that. You do not see him in the movie until like just before the city battle, because he's on ice. He does nothing until Frenzy destroys the Hoover Dam and cryogenic failure, and then Megatron awakens. And then he gets killed by a kid. Who would want to follow a leader like that? But apparently all the Decepticons are freaking idiots. Except Starscream. Starscream basically said, "Oh, you're dead now. Maybe I can become the new leader." So he went off to Cybertron to create the new army, because apparently that's what the Fallen told him to do. But anyways, in the second movie, Megatron is still dead. And so 4 of the Constructicons go down to the bottom of the ocean and revive him with a sliver of the Allspark. And so, yeah, they've had to save his ass twice. If after the first time we saved you, saving your leader is one thing. I understand that. Like if Optimus Prime was got captured or something like that, or he was put on ice, I think the Autobots would go and rescue him. That's the first time. The first time, okay, I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You didn't know that you would melt the polar ice caps when you landed on Earth. But after being awoken from your slumber, going into one battle, and then getting your ass handed to you by a human, I don't think I would follow you anymore, or try to resurrect you. But they did, because Michael Bay didn't want to either introduce Galvatron or let Starscream be the leader. He wanted Megatron. So they brought him back. And then another thing that kind of got me was, and all these issues have him to deal with. Okay, this one's not so much directed at Megatron as the Fallen. Okay, I remember when they were talking, he says that only a Prime can defeat me. So he sends Megatron, Starscream, and Grindor to go fight Optimus Prime. Well, Megatron kills Optimus Prime. Think about that. Only a Prime can defeat the Fallen. Okay, so that means like now, at this moment in time, only Optimus Prime can kill him. And then Megatron kills Optimus Prime. Doesn't that make Megatron more powerful than the Fallen? And I not so recently discovered this, it's just that now I've decided to talk about it. But I've seen a bunch of other people make this point. I've even seen the guys on YouTube who do like how this movie should have ended. They made that joke too, where Megatron was talking with the Fallen, and he's like, if only a Prime can defeat you, and I just killed the only Prime left, doesn't that make me more powerful? And then basically leaves and leads the Decepticons. Like he should. But friggin', it's just mind-boggling of how many loopholes, or not even loopholes, just holes that are in this plot, or in this thinking. I mean, if you want a good representation of Megatron, go with the G1. He was sure that the only directive of the Decepticons in the old G1s were to get Energon, go back to Cybertron, and rule it. Whereas that kind of became the plot in the second movie. They wanted to go after the Energon, but it was more of basically the Fallen wanting to destroy the Earth simply because that was the last place he was on, and that's where he went evil, and his brothers basically tried to stop him. So it's kind of more of the Fallen's like, nya 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 nya, I'm gonna destroy this planet after you sacrificed yourselves to save it, kind of a thing, instead of we're gonna build our army, we're gonna reclaim Cybertron, but we need Energon to do it. And there's just a bunch of other things. Like, okay, this is no longer about Megatron. Let's see, who can I put in here? Oh! Okay, move. We're going to use Sideswipe just because he was one of the new characters, and I'm going to talk about the new characters here for a second. In Revenge of the Fallen, after basically almost all the Decepticons died, except Starscream and Barricade, but Barricade just vanished off the map. By the way, Barricade was the police car. And the only Autobot to die was Jazz, which I was very, very pissed off at, because Jazz was one of my favorite Autobots. Anyways, so apparently the Autobots and the Nest group are going after finding all these other Decepticons that apparently didn't want to join in on the city battle, and they're on different continents. Okay, fine. So Prime sends out a call to any other Autobots that are still alive, which you think there wouldn't be, since in the first movie, Prime said that their race had been almost completely destroyed, due to the loss of the Allspark and Megatron going on a killing spree. So my mind would just say that the last 5 Autobots were left were Optimus, Ratchet, Bumblebee, Ironhide, and Jazz. But to keep the film franchise going, they brought in more characters. Like Sideswipe, the twins, the RC triplets, which just is a whole nother rant altogether, and Jolt. Okay, cool. RC was annoying in the G1. Let's see how she is in this movie. Sideswipe was cool in the G1. Let's see how he is in this movie. Never heard of Jolt outside of the Armada Minicon, so let's see what they do with him. And it was kind of disappointing. Jolt was kind of like his Minicon in one way. He didn't speak. RC was turned from just the one female robot into 3 different motorcycles, all apparently sharing one brain, which is just confusing. And Sideswipe only got 2 lines in the entire movie. Oh crap. I only have like 30 seconds left. Come back for part 2 of my rant, so that you can finish hearing me talk about the new characters. Okay, this is Spiderprime1. I'll be back real soon with my other half of my rant. Okay.